This is Money, Motivation, and Mike, and I'm your host, Michael Wainwright. In charge of all the controls is audio engineer and video engineer, Jason Wainwright. And hello to you, world. This is the show that can and will change your life. Contact us at info@mx3.vip and find all of our new content at mx3.vip or on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@mx3podcast. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that Jason can notify you of all of our new content, which comes out around 9 o'clock every Monday morning. And speaking of numbers with podcast and YouTube listeners and viewers, Jason, as of the recording of this show, 95,396 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Over the last 28 days, we've had 39,825 views, which is 3,100 more views than we had in the previous 28 days, which would have been about half of October and half of November. Our watch time continues to grow on a daily basis. Thank you, viewers and listeners. Our goal for 2024 was to get to 100,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. And Jason, we are about 4,500 away. And you, my friend and brother, have you have 3 weeks to get 4,500 subscribers. See, I do all the easy work. I just get on here and talk. You do all the heavy lifting.
Average about 9,000 subscribers a month. I think we're about halfway there. I think we should be
an additional 9,000 subscribers. Is that about what we average?
Yeah.
Excellent.
So we're about halfway through the month. Well, I think we'll be right at 100,000 come January 1st.
With the special shows we have coming up, a couple of Christmas shows over the next couple of weeks, and then New Year's resolutions. And if I recall last year, our New Year's resolution show there at the end was highly, highly viewed.
Yeah, one of our
tops. Yes, exactly. All right. Now, before we get into Christmas, today's topic, Christmas movies. And we talked about this last year. A lot of these shows have not changed. And I've got a couple of extras here. I don't want to get negative, but we're just going to give out the facts here of the worst Christmas movie ever, Jason, according to the numbers. And the oldest Christmas movie ever. As a matter of fact, the date I have on the oldest Christmas movie, which was the first ever Christmas movie, didn't even know they had TV then. First, little money action here. Kevin O'Leary, Shark Tank, Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary. And 5 or 6 years ago, my son and I went to a real estate seminar one evening and got to listen to Kevin O'Leary. So he's huge into real estate. Everybody knows him on the Shark Tank. That's going on, 15 years? Long time. And Kevin O'Leary states, if I were 25 years old today, and I believe this also is at any age with the way that things boom. This is also a topic that you brought up to me a couple of months ago. If I were 25 today, I'd focus on two massive opportunities. Artificial intelligence implementation is one, and the data center development, which you've also told me about as well. Small businesses are desperate to adopt artificial intelligence, and they need help executing it. It is your chance to step up and solve a huge problem, according to Kevin O'Leary. And then he talks about the data centers. The demand is off the charts for data centers. Real estate meets tech in the most lucrative way. And this is where the future is heading, as he says, with data centers. Don't miss out. And data centers, call centers, trying to find properties, etc. And that's just one small element. So there's your There's your money matters today from Mr. Wonderful Kevin O'Leary of Shark Tank. Now, this year, moving on, I've got the 25 greatest Christmas movies ever. And what goes on in the month of December when it comes to TV is a lot of binge watching on holiday movies in the holiday season, which we refer to on this show as Christmas shows. And we always have the debate, is that really a Christmas show? Now, before I get started here, Jason, on this list, should I start at 25 or number 1?
25.
25. Okay. And I guess that's what I'll do. All right, number 25. I got to shuffle my papers here since you have messed me up. What do you think number 25 is? I mean, the list is long. I don't know why I should get you more down into the top 5, right?
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
The Grinch, 2018. The romantic Christmas movie follows two star-crossed New Yorkers who try to find each other's years after their initial meeting.
That was The Grinch?
The Grinch.
I hadn't even heard of that. I mean, I've heard of The Grinch, but I don't know that based on that synopsis or description.
The Grinch.
Never heard of it.
2018. Now, I did not mention it. I'm going to, because I went to a new place this year for all of my movies or all of my lists. And this year's list comes from Country Living Magazine. Country Living Magazine, bringing us this. Now, this second one here should be higher on the list, but I'm going to go with it. Mickey's Once Upon a Time, a Christmas. You got to like it. 1999. And I missaid that. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, not a time. Once Upon a Christmas. Okay. Mickey and Gang would get your kids, well, any kid, 55 or 5. Get your kids in the spirit of the season with this film that features several treasured stories. Coming in at number 24. Number 23. 1998 classic I'll Be Home for Christmas. How about that? Popular sitcom Home Improvement to film the Disney classic about a boy who needs to get his priorities in line before the holidays. I'm going to say there's probably a lot of little boys and girls out there that need to get their priorities in line before the holidays so that Santa Claus is going to come and visit you during that time. We all know that naughty boys and naughty little girls, they don't do very well around Christmas time. Number 22, Serendipity, come out in 2001. I've never seen that show.
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it.
I think it's probably because I don't recognize it as a Christmas show is the reason I don't know about it. So let's skip over Serendipity, and nothing against Serendipity, but today's not a Serendipity day. Number 21, I can go with this one. Jack Frost, 1998. A boy is crushed after an unexpected death of his father. But when the man returns as Snowman to get our last chance to bond. How about that, Jack Frost? Coming at you. Number 20, The Christmas Chronicles, 2018 movie. Kurt Russell is a cool Santa, and Kurt Russell's a cool dude. His real life partner, Goldie Hawn, even makes an appearance as Mrs. Claus. So you get Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, and lifetime partner. They've probably been together for 40, yeah, several children. So more like his soulmate, I would be glad to say. So, A Christmas Chronicles, number 20. Moving right along here, number 19. I'm okay with number 19. Prancer, 1989 Prancer. A young girl discovers a wounded reindeer who she believes is the real Prancer with the help of Sam Elliott's character. I don't remember Sam Elliott being in there, but I'm sure he was. They take care of Santa's sweet animal. Prancer, number 19. All right, here's Here's the one within the last decade. Frozen. Now, is Frozen really a Christmas movie?
Snow.
Okay. Well, it snows in a lot of other months in a lot of other states.
Yep.
We know the song says otherwise, but it just can't be if you go to the movies. If your family is full of Frozen fans too, then you'll definitely want to watch Frozen sequel after rewatching the original. Frozen. 2013. Number 17, The Chronicles of Narnia, 2005. Three kids discover a mysterious wardrobe that is transported to a magical world full of adventure. And one very evil witch as well.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Are you classifying that one as Christmas?
I wouldn't.
Okay, well, tell me about this one. All right, The Rise of the Guardians, 2012.
Yes.
Jack Frost.
Yep.
Joins Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. So are we going to discuss this one at Easter as well?
Well, they're saving Christmas.
More of their mission is to save the children of the world from evil. Evil spirit.
Yes.
Number 16, The Rise of the Guardians. Number 15, 1962, Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. There is never too many adoptions of the Christmas Carol, and this magical animated musical proves it. Number 15, Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol, 1962. You know, if the name Christmas is in the title, it's got to be a Christmas show.
It's automatic.
Automatic. All right, we're inside the top 15 here now. Coming in at 14 is Noel, 2004. Five strangers become linked on Christmas Eve in New York City by a series of events with all-star cast, including Paul Walker and Penelope Cruz. Noel. Noel would definitely be a Christmas show. And you know where I'm going with all that. If you remember last year, we had Die Hard.
That's exactly the movie I think of.
Yeah. And I do not watch Die Hard.
There's a Christmas tree in it.
That,
but it has nothing to do with Christmas.
They're actually having a Christmas party.
Yep.
His wife is at her Christmas party. All right. Now, I don't know about this one either. Number 12, 2001, Bridget Jones' Diary. Since much of this movie takes place during Christmas time, we think Bridget Jones is the ideal holiday companion, just the way she is. Yeah.
Couldn't make it add to that.
Hey, I skipped over 13. I'm sorry. And this is definitely The Year Without a Santa Claus, 1974. It's up to Mrs. Claus and Santa's elves to save Christmas when Santa decides to skip delivering presents for a year in this big stop motion classic. A Year Without Santa Claus. Put that in the Scrooge category. And like I say, I skipped over 13, went to 12, the Bridget Jones Diaries. Maybe I should have skipped the number 12.
Nobody would have noticed.
All right. Once again, here we go. You tell me about this one. Number 11, 1998. You've Got Mail. Rom-com faves.
Good movie. Is Christmas even mentioned? I don't even recall.
Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan.
Hey, great film.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not going to knock it.
But it's also pretty good in June and August too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Two people who desire each other in real life are in love through email. And 1998, I don't even remember if we were doing email then. I know it existed.
Yeah.
I don't remember email getting going to the early 2000s.
Oh, AOL. You've Got Mail.
Oh, gosh. Dial up.
Yeah. Yep.
But
exactly.
Here we go. Thank you for the www, the World Wide Web, and thank you for email. Because if that wasn't the case, you wouldn't be listening to me right now.
Mm-hmm. Think Al Gore.
Al Gore?
Yeah.
Should we think old Big Al?
He's the one who invented the internet, according to him.
I don't recall that.
He claims it.
Did he do that when he was vice president?
He claims it.
I bet him and President Clinton fought over who took it, who claimed it. Number 10. This would be higher on my list. Number 10 is Home Alone. 1990.
Yes.
1990. Macaulay Culkin gets left behind and manages to make do, despite the efforts of a pair of con men. Home Alone. If you put on Home Alone, I'm probably going to sit down and watch it. I can tell you that.
Oh, Kevin.
All right. I'm going to have to mention this because it's on the list, but it's not definitely one of my favorites. And that's number 9, 2003, Elf.
Not a big fan.
I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
Are you?
Nope.
Okay. Well, my issue is, and I'm sorry, Will Ferrell, and if you want to come on the show, I bet it would help my view on you. But I'm just not a Will Ferrell fan, and I know I am in a small, minuscule category because everybody loves Will Ferrell.
Well, it depends on the show.
Well,
Talladega Nights?
now out.
You don't like that one?
Out.
No shake and bake?
I'm out. The one show that I really kind of liked him in was Bewitched.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can, what's her name? Tom Cruise ex-wife.
Nicole Kidman.
Well,
ex-wife, but
yeah, she was Bewitched.
yeah.
I can do that, but I'm just not an elf. And I'll have to tell you, I have not ever sat down and watched this movie in full just because of who's in it. But if he wants to come on the show, change my mind, Jason, tell him how to get in touch with us, and you work on that.
Yep.
All right. Another show that should be higher on the list, number 8, 1989, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That should be number 1.
Well, it should be real close.
Yeah.
Clark Griswold, everybody. All right, maybe this is the reason I don't like or care for Will Ferrell. It's because when I think of Saturday Night Live, it's the Chevy Chases of the world, and
Yeah.
Belushi and Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy,
Yeah.
and that bunch.
Yep.
And maybe I just look at them as imitators, or the guys that come behind them. Okay. And of course, Clark Griswold is determined to host the perfect family Christmas. And of course, everything goes horribly and hilariously wrong. Yes. Man.
A lot of things I would say about that show, but
Christmas Vacation and Home Alone down at the bottom of the top 10.
I think those are 2 I have to see every year.
Yeah. Yep. That's right. Okay. Coming in at number 7, Love Actually, 2003. Star-studded British Christmas comedy connects 9 stories with one central theme. Love is actually all around.
Don't think I've ever seen it.
I haven't ever seen it either. And I think the reason I've never seen it is because it's really not a Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that we haven't seen, we're just going to go with that.
Yep.
It's really not a Christmas movie. I'm okay with this one, but it's not in my top 10. But in the eyes of the people who took this poll, it is. Coming in at number 6 is The Santa Claus, 1994. Tim Allen takes on the role of Santa in this feel-good family Christmas movie. And I have watched it all.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to give you another slap across the forehead. I really wasn't a Tim the Tool Time guy.
Oh, everybody loves him.
Yeah, once again, not me.
You didn't like Home Improvement?
I did not. Didn't hardly watch it at all. Frankly, I only watched it because my parents watched it. So I watched it passing through a living room. I didn't sit down and spending time watching Tim.
I probably didn't miss an episode.
Well, you'll just have to keep them thoughts to yourself. We probably will never have a Home Improvement episode on this show until it becomes Jason motivation. Oh, money motivation and Jason.
Yeah, there you go.
Jason motivation. All right. Number 5. Coming in at number 5. We are now in the top 5. Drum roll, please. 1947, Miracle on 34th Street.
It's a good one.
Hey, Jason, got a little trivia question here for you. Guess where Miracle on 34th Street takes place?
Macy's.
34th Street.
Yeah. Macy's on 34th Street, right?
In Manhattan. and it starts during the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade, which we mentioned last month on our Thanksgiving episode. But make no mistake, this movie is all about Christmas, even though it starts at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It teaches us a very important lesson. And when I read this, I liked it. Faith, this is quote, faith is believing in something when common sense tells you not to. End quote. That's a good saying right there. Faith is believing in something when common sense tells you not to. Miracle on 34th Street, 1947, coming in at number 5. Number 4, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, 1966 version. I'm sure that's the original.
Yeah.
The adorable animated film is certain to make your heart grow 3 sizes. 3 sizes. All right. The final 3, Jason. Checking in at number 3 from 1951, A Christmas Carol. The 1951 version of Charles Dickens' classic is probably the most iconic of all the versions of The Christmas Carol. All right, checking in at number 2 from 1983, A Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out is the most famous line, and the most famous view is the leg lamp.
Yes. Along with Old Fudge.
You remember when I lived over here on
Day Street?
Day Street.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a window up top above the door.
Yes.
I had a leg lamp.
That's fantastic.
I had a leg lamp in Christmas time. This 1980s movie has given us many hilarious holiday one-liners. Remember the bunny PJs?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then the dogs eat all the turkey at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And they end up in a Chinese or Japanese restaurant.
Fa ra 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 ra.
Yeah, that's right. They were singing to them. Okay. That was A Christmas Story, 1983. Love that show. All right, Jason.
They used to have that running 24 hours a day on TNT.
Oh, they'll have it. They'll have it. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm assuming they still do it.
And I will catch several of the shows.
Yeah. Well, you watch the whole entire show, just not at one time in that day.
Well, I will watch it from start to finish at one time. But if it picks up, like with 30 minutes to go, I get right in.
Yeah, no problem.
And then I may even start the next one and go for another 30 minutes on the front end.
Yeah.
It
doesn't matter with it.
That's what I call the ultimate trailer right there.
Oh, yeah.
Number 1. All right. You got any suggestions? You got any ideas? You got any thoughts? Number 1?
Wonderful Life. That's great. It's a great film.
It's a Wonderful Life, 1946. Now, this is something interesting about this show. It was not considered a success when it was first released.
I've heard this.
It's gained popularity over the years. Now, how a Jimmy Stewart show could not be popular is beyond my imagination.
Mm-hmm.
And another big star, his sidekick, Donna Reed. It is the number 1 most beloved holiday Christmas movie of all time. I'm sorry, White Christmas was not on this list.
I was just thinking White Christmas. Now, I don't necessarily wouldn't put it at top 5 or anything, but it's one that
it's one of the top 25.
I try to watch it every year.
Okay. So there's your top 25 according to Southern Living Magazine, which I think is a very, very, very viable source for this particular topic. And that article was actually written by Leah Hall. So we did not mention Leah whenever we started the show. Now, Jason, one big question, and then I'll go to some other side of this deal. What's your favorite Christmas movie of all time?
It's probably going to be Christmas Vacation.
Okay. Mine is Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Love Ralphie.
Both good.
Love Ralphie. You got Christmas Story, you got Christmas Vacation, Home Alone. That's my top 3.
Yeah.
Now-
Mine, same here, just not that order.
And frankly, White Christmas is got to be probably 4 or 5 for me.
Yeah.
It's not even on this list.
Yeah.
Anything that's not Will Ferrell, I'm probably going to. Sorry, Will. Did I mention he could come on the show?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Hey, you know what? If Tim Allen wants to come on, I'll probably watch some Home Improvement episodes too. You want to work on Tim Allen? He can come on here and we can talk about his Christmas show.
Yes.
That's good stuff. And I like that show. Just, hey, Home Improvement. All right. What do you think the worst Christmas movie of all time is? Now, whenever we say this, the polls that are taken for a movie that is watched from December 1st to December 31st. So, I can sit down and watch Home Alone at July 4th. I can sit down and watch Christmas Vacation July 4th. But this is for movies that, well, just like White Christmas. I'm not watching White Christmas unless it's December. I'm not watching 34th Street unless it's Christmas time. So this is only for movies, and I'm trying to give you a little bit of a hint here that you would watch in the month of December. Worst movie of all time.
I'm going to lean toward, I know it's not right, but I'm going to lean towards like Bad Santa or something like that. But
Bad Santa was in the top 100.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah. Not for me though.
I didn't know. I knew we didn't have a 4-hour show going today, so I didn't do the top 100.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Understand.
The Nutcracker. The Nutcracker has 0% of watch time in the month of December. And here's you another one coming in as the 3rd worst watched movie. Deck the Halls. Deck the Halls. 6% of the people polled watch Deck the Halls during Christmas.
I'm not sure who's in that one.
Yeah, that's probably because it never gets watched. That's why you don't even know. But I would have
Danny DeVito.
I would have thought Nutcracker. That's right, he
and
is.
Matthew Broderick.
That's a couple stars.
Yeah. But I couldn't tell you one thing about that show.
The Nutcracker. I mean, the Nutcracker is a all-time classic item.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people have a collection of Nutcrackers that they put out during the Christmas holidays? Worst Christmas movie ever. All right. The oldest Christmas movie ever. 1898. Santa Claus. It is the first ever Christmas movie made. So there's going to be no sound. And I didn't even know that we were doing movies in 1898. I didn't think the TV came out till the early 1900s.
Silent films.
Yeah, it was silent. Okay, that's right. You had to go to the movie. You weren't watching it at home.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm sorry. Because now you think of movies as what can you get on your couch?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, and in my day, we called it the show. Because it wasn't 10 movies to choose from.
The picture show?
Yeah, what was being shown down at the Rialto Theater this Tuesday night?
Oh, yeah.
So it was called the show because there was only going to be one show.
That's right.
So
one screen there.
Yeah. So if you got 6 theaters, I'm not going to the shows. I'm going to the movies.
Yes.
So we had to change our English there. Money Motivation Mike continues to bring you topics and items, especially out here at the Christmas time, that seems to be uplifting and inspirational, for sure informational to you as our numbers continue to show and grow, and we're certainly grateful and thankful for that. Once again, always contact us, info@mx3.vip, and you can find all of our content at mx3.vip or on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@mx3 podcast. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notified of all of our new information, which comes out every Monday morning around 9 o'clock. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give you a couple of tidbits. Next episode, we'll be talking about Christmas and the meaning of Christmas, and Christmas Day, etc., the birth. And then we will finish up with our New Year's episode to wrap up 2024. And as we embark to the finish, Jason, of our 3rd year of doing this show, time has flown. And as we approach 6 figures on subscribers. So for everyone who's been a part of this show of Money, Motivation, and Mike, continue to live your life the right way.